Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on an episode of Crafting with Class. March 24th, 2022, my sweet girl Madrid lost her battle with cancer and passed away peacefully. I am heartbroken beyond words, and I miss her every single day. I cry every single day. But I am blessed that I had this girl in my life because she made me a better human being and she brought so much joy to my life. So today's card is in memory of her. It's a Rainbow Bridge pop-up platform card featuring her in the Rainbow Bridge. And I am giving it to the wonderful staff at the Pets um, Day Camp because that's where she used to go. Um, so I'm using the Queen and Company Dogs Life Kit as well as the Lawn Fawn platform pop-up dies. So I've die cut all the pieces to make my little Madrid. There are different options to make different types of dogs to customize it to look like the dog that you have. And so I'm putting the pieces together just to show you kind of how I'm putting it together. And I did modify the ears. So you can see at the top are the ears that it comes with, and I just modified it so they're a little bit more fluffy Cocker Spaniel ears. So I glued everything together, and so now I'm adding some white gel details, so around the whites of the eyes and little um, whites to the eyes and to the nose, little shine marks, and there she is. This die set is super, super cute. It has lots of different options. I die cut the bone out of two colors of cardstock. I will glue them together, and my idea was to have her kind of be holding the bone. So I'm going to go ahead and put her paws to look like she is holding the bone like that. And so I will go ahead and die cut the letters to her name. I picked them all up once I had them line up with press and seal so I can put them down all in one kind of piece. And so this also helps to keep the letters, where you want them. So it's a nice little trick. And then I'm going to add some foam adhesive on her little paws. I still have my nails from when my son got married a couple of weekends ago. And so I have trouble peeling back liners and things like that with these nails because I'm not used to having long nails like this. And so I find myself using the the tweezers to help me out. So I'm going to use some Scotch tape just to, um, hold these two pieces together as one. So there's my girl. Super, super cute. All right, so next I'm going to take some black gel pen just to give some light to those eyes, and then I'm going to use some um, glaze to have her nose look like it's wet. So now I've die cut the pieces that I'm going to use for the platform pop-up. And so I am folding on all the lines that the die created for you, the score lines. And I used some watercolor wishes paper from Lawn Fawn, but I really feel like the paper was not sturdy enough for me. So I definitely recommend cardstock for the base just to make it a little bit more sturdy. So this die is not too difficult to put together. You definitely, once you kind of do one, you get the hang of it pretty easily. So these little T's are going to be the parts that anchor the pieces that you want to have pop up onto the platform. So um, you are going to add adhesive to the very top of that flap, and then that is what's going to allow you to pop up the platform. And so now I'm going to take and add some adhesive to the side tabs on both of the platform parts. And for the third T, you're going to cut off the tab at the bottom, and then I'm adding the adhesive to the side tab on the other one. We're going to glue this third tab to the middle, lining it up with the T that is already on there on one of your platforms, like so. And now I'm going on the other one, you're going to add the adhesive across that panel, and that's going to hold both sides of your platform together and help with the mechanism. I'm using 1/2 inch score tape on this part and burnishing it down just so that it's easier to remove that liner. So I'm going to use my tweezers again and then just peel back that liner. Now, I was going to go ahead and glue both platforms together at this point, but on the tutorial from Lawn Fawn, it tells you to do the sides, but really you could do, you could glue it in the middle. That would have been okay. But I am following the tutorial as is because this was my first time making it. So I bring over the other side and line it up as best as you can. And then you peel the side tab and glue that to the other side. And there is your pop-up platform. So this is where I'm kind of checking it out, and it does work and it's all good, but it is a little more flimsy than I like. So I definitely think when I make another one, I will definitely use cardstock instead of pattern paper for the base. I think I would use the pattern paper, as the decorative panels, so they would still be there. So I die cut these cloud borders with my cloud border dies. These don't come in this particular kit. It comes with a hill and grass, but I added some score tape to the very bottom so I can attach them to those platform tees. And they are in progression. So the cloud border in the front is shorter than the two behind it. And so I'm going to be putting my girl on the third cloud, which is the biggest one. So I'll be attaching her there. And I'm trying to figure out kind of where I wanted to put her, but I will be putting her on the third one. And I am going to add her with some foam dots just to pop her up a bit. Now, for whatever reason, I didn't film the rainbow part, but I just die cut a rainbow from my stash, colored it with Copic markers, and then attached it to the platform on the second wave of clouds. And you'll see that in a moment. All right, so there it is. And so I also cut out some more, or die cut some more little clouds and glued them or popped them around the rainbow just to give it even more cloud coverage around. And so there it is. So I noticed that the little bone is catching, so I added more glue just to make sure that wasn't going to catch, and it's all good. So there is the pop-up, and this is how it's going to look. So now what I wanted to do is add a sentiment card to the back, and it's going to serve two purposes. So one, it's going to cover up the messy back I have back there, and then it's going to give me a place to write my sentiment. So I die cut the thank you in gold foil, and so I'm gluing the thank at the top, and I'm going to glue this little rectangle, and then I'm putting the U where I want it. I'm going to take a pencil and just kind of outline where it's going to be so that when I'm writing my message, I make sure to leave that room. So here is the final card. I added some little paw prints to the front just to decorate even more. It closes down flat and then it pops right up. And next to that, you will see the frame that I also made using the same elements as the card, using one of my favorite pictures of my Madrid. So I will be gifting them both of this. I came across this quote that was comforting to me, and so I wanted to share it in case any of you were dealing with a loss. It says, "In these moments of heartbreaking grief, I remember the only reason we have an empty space is because we were blessed with someone who loved us so beautifully it occupied an entire part of our soul." And I think that this is right on, spot on for me. I definitely feel the loss of her, but it does bring me comfort to know that it was because she loved me so, so much. She brought so much joy to my life. And it also brings me comfort to know I will see her again. Thank you so much for joining me and for um, sharing this painful part, chapter of my life. Until next time, bye.